Christmas morning with me, Kelly Scott.
And Joe McElderry. Good morning, everyone.
Now, we were talking a bit earlier on about, Joe, you are in pantomime, Theatre Royal, Cinderella.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it, because I know everyone knows the story of Cinderella, but if people go, do you know what, I don't normally go to pantomime, I might not have kids. Is there any jokes in for the adults?
Absolutely. This year's a very modern, refreshed version of Cinderella, actually. There's loads of different special effects and projections and things that I probably haven't been seen before in panto as well. So it's, and yeah, of course, I mean, it's just as much for the adults as it is the kids, and that's the great thing, like, the jokes that go over the kids' heads. Although I do start to realise now that, like, you hear kids laughing at things, I'm like, you shouldn't know about that.
It's really rude, and I don't mean that in a bad way. So if you've got children, they could definitely go along. But I was sat there, and I was sat next to your Auntie Chris when I went to go and see it, and we were howling.
Yeah.
And there's a really nice dynamic with you and the team. Obviously, Danny and Clive have done it for absolutely years. You all seem to get on so well. How do you not absolutely corpse all the time? Danny's face is hilarious. He's just got one of those faces that you just look at it and want to laugh. If you're listening, Danny, I mean that with love.
Yeah, and he's very mischievous. He tries to catch you out and catch you off guard, and, you know, like, he changes it every day. But I think the great thing about our relationship on stage together is that for him, I give it back just as good as I get, you know, so he gets a real push and pull. He tries to catch me out and I try and catch him out, which makes for a great, like, team on stage.
Because I was thinking, in pantomime, it's not all about getting it right. The audience actually love when something goes wrong, because you feel like you're part of it.
And the audience love to feel almost like they're in on the joke, like, with what's going on. So half of it is just, you know, I mean, we do quite a few comedy routines throughout the thing, and we change it almost every day. Something will happen, and like last night, in the middle of 12 days, I slipped and literally went legs over me, head flat on the floor.
Oh, no.
And it gets a huge full round of applause off the audience, because they're like, we know that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And they can see everybody on stage just laughing at it. So it's, yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
I have to say, out of all the pantomimes you've been in, that's my favourite costume that you're wearing.
The cape.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
It looks really heavy.
I've got a big, wonderful, like, sparkly glittered wand, and which is fabulous, but that's, like, literally weighs a ton. And then the cape literally hangs down the back of the costume. So when I'm doing all the movement and the choreography, it literally is like doing a workout, which is great to keep this in shape for Christmas. But yeah, it's full on.
What's it been like 3 shows a day? That must be so hard.
Because I spend a lot of time on stage, it actually goes really quick.
You are on stage the whole time.
Yeah.
I was going, half the I was like, is he going to get a break? Like your mum.
Well,
like,
I do a little bit in the second half, but not much.
Yeah, but you are the star, you on it, and the opening of it. Yeah. It opens with a very famous Take That song, but the lyrics are slightly different.
Barry Manilow, not Take That.
I mean, okay.
Sacrilege.
I know, well, a Barry Manilow song, which also became a Take That song.
Yes.
With some of the lyrics slightly changed.
Yes.
Right.
And then we do another song, which is a very famous song, and change all the words to reference.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, Tyneside. It gets a big reaction as soon as we change the lyric on that. Everyone's like, oh!
It's so good. And if you haven't been to see it, how long have you got to come and see it?
We close on the 15th of January, so we've still got about a month left. No, 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, you'll need a bit of a rest by then, I reckon.
I'll need a holiday.
Oh, we've got loads of great music still to come. We got Mariah Carey, a bit of Feliz Navidad as well. After Tom Jones and Cerys Matthews and Baby It's Cold Outside on Pride Radio.